And we are live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to March Mayhem 2. This is of course, second match in March. We have a 1-0 competitor taking on a brand new entrant into Jukebox Trivia on a kind of a mild, brisky day in Prince Edward Island. Joining me today, you see him normally on Sundays and Thursdays as part of TV Trivia and the Inner Geeksdom Realms. That is, of course, Timothy T.M. Smith. How are you doing, man?
I'm a white slave to the industry, so what can I say? But honestly, it's a great day for music. I always love seeing East Brooklyn. I love to see now you're finally getting up there to working into finally getting a champion in a title type of thing. So it's good to finally see you get there. I know we talked about it for a while. Can't wait to see what these two can contribute to that, to see how well they do with a new player and a returning 1-0 player. So it's two different aspects with it, but it's going to be pretty interesting.
Awesome. Yeah. So, like I said, we have a guy that got a W in his first appearance, and then we have a newcomer today, trying to prove himself. And not just movie trivia, but as well jukebox trivia. So without further ado, let's introduce our contestants. We'll start off first. He has a record of 1-0. His strengths are indie rock and 2000s. Fighting out of the state of Wisconsin, it is the great Gonzo, Zach Ford. Zach, how are we doing, man?
I'm happy to be here. My cat's hanging just below the webcam. Oh, now he's behind me. Just to whisper the answers in my ear, so I have an unfair advantage.
Yeah, I believe it's the Crowley Adams method, as Jeremy Everso put it. So, and his opponent today, making his debut in Jukebox Trivia, he lists his picks as classic rock, 90s hip hop, and boy bands, fighting out of the state of New Jersey. That is, of course, the Phantom, Danny Koff. Danny, how are we doing, man?
Hi guys, I'm doing good. I'm just ready to prove myself a little bit better and not mess up on that second round like I did on my debut.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy is continuing on my dreams.
Yeah. Awesome. So before we get into it, let's go to Tim Smith so that he can get into the heads of our competitors. Tim, take it away.
What am I, a shrink getting the heads of them? Come on now. This is laid back with music. We're gonna interview these guys. Let's start with our returning player, with Zach Ford. He has had some experience with this. So, Zach, the first question for you is, you do have that experience with that 1-0 record. How do you feel coming into your second match? Do you feel more comfortable with each round in music? How is that factoring in for you?
I mean, I have a greater familiarity with the realm of these questions, and knowing where my strengths will lie within this. But it's nice to see this as getting some practice before in the playoffs, keeping my music brain fresh.
Yeah, exactly. And that's always a good approach for it. But it's probably strange for you, because usually you would think you would have, with an opponent, you could study another music match from to see what, at least some level of it. You're coming in kind of just like bare bone with a rookie coming in, not knowing what he can do. Is that making you nervous a bit with your game tonight, or do you think you'll be able to just play right into it and hopefully get that second W?
I mean, no matter who I'm playing, I pretty much go in with a complete lack of confidence. So I never think I'm going to win. I just go and play my game as much as possible. I just assume that everyone I'm playing is going to be an all-star. But it does affect a little bit what I would pick if I had the choice for round two, if I had to pick the category. But I'm always someone who's going to go with where my strengths are rather than thinking about the other opponent's weaknesses.
Yeah, and that's always a healthy approach to have. And I wish you the best of luck. Hopefully you win. Granted, I want to say that to the opponent to be biased here, because I don't have a horse in this, but good luck tonight with that. And with that, we'll go to your opponent. He's making his debut in music. You've seen him make his debut in movies already, but this is a little bit different, and that is Danny. Danny, how you feeling coming into a musical question world of it? Do you think that's a little bit more towards your wheelhouse, or do you think it's going to be one of those where you'll see what happens as it is your first match.
I don't want to be overconfident, but I do have a bigger passion over music, and so I'm just gonna give it a shot, see how it goes.
Okay, and how do you feel with how do you think you'll do tonight? Like how do you, or are you expecting doing at least a certain amount? Like in your mind, are you at least hoping to hold to a certain standard, I guess, for how you'll do, or is it just basically a trial and error with this first match to see what it's like and then be able to come back strong for a second time?
I'm all about going with the flow. So, I think the first 3 questions I might be a little bit rusty, but hopefully by the time the second round comes in, you'll see my full potential.
All right, and like I said it to your opponent, but I'll say it to you again. Good luck. Hopefully you win, get that first win, and with that, we are done with the interviews. Brooklyn, I hand it back to you.
Alrighty, gentlemen, let's get on to this. Round 1, it's going to work like this. You have 8 questions from 8 predetermined categories. You'll have 20 seconds to write down your answers. Once that 20 seconds is up, you will speak as well as reveal your answer. Each question is worth 1 point. Keep in mind, guys, you also have 3 repeats as well as the Mark Bork challenge rule. Any questions before we start?
No, good.
Nope.
All right, gentlemen, let's dance.
Very shout out real quick. A very shout out to the Mark Bork rule. I love that. Kane, I want you to get a graphic on this if you're watching this.
All right, guys. First question, round number 1, is going to come from the category of hip hop. What Snoop Dogg song begins with the lyrics "From the depths of the sea, back to the block, Snoop Doggy Dogg, funky as the dock"?
Repeat the question. I didn't hear it.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. That won't count as a repeat. In the category of hip hop, what Snoop Dogg song begins with the lyrics "From the depths of the sea, back to the block, Snoop Doggy Dogg, funky as the dock"? Tim, can you think of any other songs that have "the" 3 times in a row?
Actually, a few Snoop Dogg songs, so that's not really saying that much.
Yeah, I'm sure they're more in his Snoop Lion phase.
Oh yeah.
Now he's Coach Snoop.
5,
TV show.
4, 3, 2, 1. That's time.
All right, let's go to the great Gonzo.
I wrote Doggy Style.
That is incorrect, unfortunately. Danny, to strike blood first.
Snoop Doggy Dogg.
That is in the chorus, but that is not the name of the song. We're looking for "Who Am I?"
Okay.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen. Question number 2 comes in the category of Britney Spears. What 2008 Britney Spears album would you find the hits "Womanizer," "Mannequin," and "Lace and Leather"?
I don't know about a hit, but you know.
I mean, yeah, I think this was. I'm trying to remember when exactly this was. If it was pre-crazy or post-crazy.
A little bit of both, actually. But
I mean, was she ever not crazy?
4, 3, 2, 1. That is time. And Brooklyn, she was always nuts, even as a child.
I guess so. All right, let's go over to Danny.
I put circus.
Circus is correct for 1 point.
Nice.
Zach, are you able to pull circus?
No, I was trying to pull the other song around them, which was something until the world ends.
Yeah, that'd be around the same time. I don't think it was on that album, but
I think it was 2010.
Oh, yeah. Alrighty. Question number 3, gentlemen, is going to come in the category of 70s. In what Billy Joel tune would you hear the lyrics, "Yes, they're sharing a drink they call loneliness, but it's better than drinking alone"? I think you can call this a gimme.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully.
This question was tested with flying colors. I don't think anybody got it wrong. So,
Did you test Hunter?
No, I did not. So,
5,
asterisk, did not test Hunter on this question.
3,
I'm really bad at lyrics.
2,
So
1. That's time.
All right, let's go over to Zach.
okay, it's one of two songs of the two obvious ones. I went with Piano Man.
Piano Man is correct for 1 point.
Okay. Is that a
Danny,
New York State of Mind?
Sing us a song, you're the piano man.
Piano Man is correct. Alrighty, gentlemen. Question number 4, as always, is your follow-up question. In the Billy Joel tune, "We Didn't Start the Fire," what is the book that he mentions in the first verse? So, Tim, after rigorous testing, I figured out that you can't actually start a fire if you sing the song "We Didn't Start the Fire."
Yeah, you can start a fight depending on what bar you go into.
Probably.
5, 4, 1. That's time.
All right, let's go to the Phantom.
Catcher in the Rye.
Catcher in the Rye is correct. Let's go to Zach.
I will Fahrenheit 451 because there's fire in it.
Ooh. Yeah, that's not a bad guess.
Is that the right
Alrighty.
number? 451?
Maybe,
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Or I'm pretty sure it is.
I'm not a huge bookworm.
I'm pretty sure it's Fahrenheit 451.
All right, gentlemen, after 4 questions, Danny only missing 1 in the lead with 3 points. Zach not too far behind, though, with just the 1 point. Still plenty of trivia left to go. Question number 5 is going to come in the category of band members. What disco funk group has featured people like Maurice White, Jessica Cleaves, and Al McKay? Are you familiar with this group at all, Tim?
No, I'd be probably kind of stumped on this one, honestly.
Yeah,
I probably would.
I'm a fan of one of their songs. I don't really know a whole lot about them.
2, 1. That's time.
All right, let's go over to Zach first.
I wrote P-Funk.
That is incorrect, unfortunately. Let's go over to the Phantom.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Earth, Wind, and Fire is correct.
I have some questions with the funk part of that genre.
Yeah, you could like funk is definitely like the secondary genre.
Threw me off
Half
a little
Filipino, I have to know that song.
Yeah.
bit.
All right, gentlemen, your next question comes in the Jeremy favorite album release dates.
Of course it is.
American 5, 100 Ways by Johnny Cash, Stadium Arcadium by the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I'm Not Dead by Pink are all albums released in what year?
Oh, and I'd probably get this a year off too.
I think a lot of people got this off of Stadium Arcadium.
Yeah.
That was a big album for the old Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh yeah, that out of all theirs, that was one of their biggest.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down.
All right, let's go over to Danny.
I guess 2002.
That is incorrect, unfortunately. Zach, were you able to
I want to change my answer, but it's after time. And no, it might be close. But I wrote 2004.
You are closer. That is incorrect. We're looking for
2005?
2006.
Oh, okay. I would have been wrong anyway.
Alrighty, gentlemen. Your 7th question comes in the category of punk. The Kale and Mashed Potatoes favors.
Oh yeah.
Complete the lyrics from Anarchy in the UK by Sex Pistols. I give a wrong time, stop a traffic line, your blank has sure been. I'm looking for 2 words.
Why do I feel somewhere in the world Luca Hope Fallon is shouting this answer right now?
Because I'm pretty sure he did him and Brian Fernandez are probably shouting this answer.
Repeat the question.
Absolutely. That will count as a repeat. You have 2 left. All right. Category punk. Complete the lyrics from Anarchy in the UK by Sex Pistols. I give a wrong time. Stop a traffic line. Your blank has sure been seen through. And I'm looking for 2 words.
Every lyric to every song to me is kind of just ba la ba lu lu. That's how I sing. I don't know lyrics. A song I heard 1,000 times is my favorite song. That's how I'll sing it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is time.
All right, let's go over to Zach.
I wrote rear view mirror.
That is incorrect, unfortunately. Let's go over to Danny.
Didn't pull it, guys. Sorry.
No. Yeah, this is admittedly a tougher one, just because nobody knows what the hell Johnny Rotten is saying. Looking for Future Dream. All right, your last question in round number 1 comes in the category of ballads. What metal band covered Simon and Garfunkel's iconic Sound of Silence in 2015? When we tested this question, this band got a lot of hate.
Well, I can understand it, but it's one of those touchy ones. 5, 4, 3,
I know it.
2, 1. You have repeats.
No.
That's time, folks.
All right, let's go over to Danny.
Disturbed.
Disturbed is correct for 1 point. Over to Zach.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
Alrighty, gentlemen. Round 1 ends like this. Danny increasing his lead with 5 points. Zach, unfortunately, unable to hit anything in the second half of round 1. Still has the 1 point, but as we've seen previously in round 2, anything is possible. This lead could mean absolutely nothing. All right, Danny. So since you're in the lead, round 2 is going to work like this. You will pick between you'll pick either category A or category B. These will correspond with either artists or year-end Billboard lists. You will rhyme off either songs from the band or artists from the list. You will go back and forth, rhyming off the things that you need to. Each answer is worth 1 point. You are allowed to get 1 strike. Though when you do get that strike, it goes back to your opponent. Once you get the second one wrong, you are done. Your opponent will then have 10 seconds to get up to 5 bonus points. Keep in mind, in that bonus section, when you do get one wrong, you will not be able to submit anymore. Any questions before we start?
No.
Nope.
All right. Danny, your choices. Songs by the Arctic Monkeys or Billboard year-end 2007?
2007.
God
right,
damn it.
2007. I picked these in particular because I knew there was an edge for each person.
I just fucking knew. Now I gotta date the year.
All right, I have the list pulled up for Billboard year-end 2007. Keep in mind, guys, this is any artist that appears on the list. They could have the song, they could be featuring, whichever. If you say it, we'll look for it. Keep in mind also as well, gentlemen, just wait until I ask for your name, just so we don't have any crisscrossing. Danny, whenever you want to, you can start.
I'm gonna say
4.
Justin Timberlake, "Sexy Back."
You just have to name the artist, not the song.
Oh, Justin Timberlake.
Oh, the artist. That makes it easier. Okay.
Yeah, just the artist. And that is correct for 1 point. Zach.
Kelly Clarkson.
I don't think that's correct, but I'll just double check. I could be wrong. These lists are long. Kelly Clarkson is correct for 1 point.
Yeah, I figured she had something there.
Yeah. Danny.
Adele.
Adele. Adele is unfortunately. Yeah, Adele's incorrect. That will be your first strike. Zach, it goes back over to you.
Pink.
Pretty sure Pink is on here. Pink is correct for 1 point. Danny.
Fall Out Boy.
I didn't see him on here. Fall Out Boy is correct for 1 point.
Yeah, I knew they had something there.
Thanks for the memories. Zach.
Beyonce.
Beyonce is correct for 1 point. She was number 1.
I'll go figure.
Danny.
Five, 4, 3.
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z is correct for 1 point. Zach, back over to you.
Kanye.
Kanye is like 95% sure. So yeah, it's correct for 1 point. Danny.
Justin Bieber.
Unfortunately, Justin Bieber is incorrect. That is your second strike. Zach, you will have 10 seconds to get up to 5 bonus points. And your time starts now.
How long? All right. Katy Perry. T.I.
5,
Carrie
4,
Underwood. T-Pain.
3,
My Chemical Romance.
2,
And
1.
Foo Fighters.
Okay, T.I. is correct. Katy Perry, T-Pain and Carrie Underwood are correct. I think Katy Perry is on here.
That was like when she was just becoming a thing.
Katy Perry was the first one you said, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
I can tell you the order.
Yeah. Just double checking the list here. I don't see her. Unfortunately, if Katy Perry is incorrect, I can't accept any of the other ones.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But you were right on all the other ones.
Shit.
Yeah, Katy Perry is unfortunately not on this list.
I don't get 2 mistakes?
Only not in the bonus round.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, so you did mention T-Pain, Carrie Underwood, some other notable admissions. Fergie. That was back when she was doing her solo thing. Maroon 5, Avril Lavigne, Eminem, Akon.
I forgot about Akon.
Another American Idol contestant, Daughtry. As well as the ever so popular Timbaland was featured on this list many a time.
Oh yeah.
And I can't stand him. Oh, also the ever popular Crank That by Soulja Boy Tell.
Jesus Christ. I forgot about that. Oh my god. You had to remind me. It's like reminding me of a bad movie.
All right, guys. So after round 2, Zach was able to minimize his deficit slightly. He has 5 points, but he's still behind. Danny able to score 3 there. He is now in the lead with 8 points, so it is a 3-point deficit, but there's still plenty of trivia to go. Round 3 is going to work like this. You will each pick numbers between 1 and 10. Those will correspond with questions, depending on the order that you pick them. Your first number will be worth 2 points. Your second number will be a 4-point question, and your third number will be a 6-point question. Danny, since you are in the lead, can you please give me 3 numbers between 1 and 10?
4, 8, and 10.
4, 8, and 10. Zach, can you please give me 3 numbers that are not 4, 8, and 10?
3, 6, and 9.
3, 6, and 9.
Fact family.
Going into 3 family right there. I like it. I like
Three's
that.
a magic number is my favorite Schoolhouse Rock song. So.
Alrighty.
Where's the Schoolhouse Rock category?
Conjunction function.
Kick some ass on that.
Yeah.
All right, Zach, since you're behind, I'm going to ask you your questions first. You pick number 3 for your 2-point question. That is going to correspond to the category of metal.
Wonderful.
What British power metal band had hits such as Heroes of Our Time, Operation Ground and Pound, and Through the Fire and the Flames? Keep in mind you have 3 repeats.
It doesn't matter. I'm not going to know this. Okay.
Five, 4, 3, 2.
Slayer. They're not British.
Dragon Force.
Looking for Dragon Force. Guitar 3 classic.
I don't know who that is.
No. All right, your 4-point question. And to put you in the lead, you pick number 6. That is going to correspond to the category of band members. The Traveling Wilburys currently have 2 founding members still alive to this day. Name one of them.
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan is correct for 4 points. The other one you're looking for was Jeff Lynne of ELO. So that puts you up to 9. That takes it over to Danny. Danny, you picked number 4 for your 2-point question. That is going to correspond to the category of album release dates.
All right.
All right. Brothers in Arms by Dire Straits, 7800 Degrees Fahrenheit by Bon Jovi, and Fly on the Wall by AC/DC are all albums released in what year?
How many repeats do I have?
You have 2 more.
Use a repeat.
Okay. You have 1 more left. And album release dates. Brothers in Arms by Dire Straits, 7800 Degrees Fahrenheit by Bon Jovi, and Fly on the Wall by AC/DC are all albums released in what year?
5, 4.
1984.
I'm sorry, what was that, sorry?
1984.
You're off by 1 year, looking for 85.
That was my second guess. All right.
I know how you feel. It sucks. Alrighty. Pick number 8 for your 4-point question. That is going to correspond to the category of hip-hop.
Okay.
Your 4-point question. What 2 artists are featured on Dr. Dre's What's the Difference?
Snoop Dogg is one. What's the difference? Exhibit?
That is incorrect. We're looking for Exhibit and Eminem.
Okay.
Exhibit does second verse and Eminem does the last. Alrighty. Your 6-point question. To put you up by 5, you pick number 10. That is going to come to the category of new releases. What female artist is featured on the Maroon 5 single, What Lovers Do?
SZA, SZA.
Spell that again.
SZA. SZA.
Yeah, that is correct for 6 points.
SZA.
That is correct for 6 points. That puts you up 14. All right, guys, it comes down to this. The last question. Zach, you pick number 9 for your 6-point question. That is going to come in the category of one-hit wonders.
Just like
your 6-point question for the win. What R&B one-hit wonder was released by D4L in 2005?
No. The frickin' Eminem group.
Keep in mind you have 3 repeats.
I'm not going to know the name of it, so we can just pass. I'm done.
And your winner, the
Laffy
Phantom. Laffy Taffy is correct. The winner, the Phantom, Danny Cost.
All right. I thought I was going to know that with the hip hop question.
Yeah. That was a good match, guys. Nice. It was nice and back and forth. We have a final score of 14-9. I want to go to our winner here, Danny. Danny, you had a pretty good performance in round 1. You got 5 of 8, which is definitely above average for most competitors. You did kind of slump a bit in round 2, but then you made it up in round 3. How do you feel about your debut?
I think I could have done better. I know I got to work on release dates and years because I get those confused a lot. But so I know what I got to study for the next time. But I had a great time. Zach was a great competitor. He got me right to the ropes in the 3rd round. So it was fun.
Absolutely. Is there anybody in particular that you'd like to face next? Anybody that you met in the community?
Nope. I think everyone has a chance to be pretty strong, and I'm just looking forward to climb my ranks up and be contend for a championship.
Awesome. All right, and now we have to go to our unfortunate loser, Zach. Round 1, I have to admit, round 1 was a kind of a rough start for you there, only getting 1 out of 8. You did pull ahead there in round 2. It was an unfortunate Katy Perry right out of the gate that didn't let you get those bonus points in round 2. You did make it interesting though, but in round 3, you took it back to Danny. What are your thoughts on your performance, and what do you think? What do you think about this performance coming into playoffs?
I mean, this wasn't a good performance, but it's. I need to pay attention to lyrics more. I need to whine to you more that a lot of these questions do not cater or completely ignoring a specific music taste. I need to get a little more hipstery and get some modern indie rock in there. I was just waiting for that TV on the radio question, and it just never hit. But I think that right now is my biggest flaw, is that my taste and knowledge tend to be a little more idiosyncratic than some of these questions will be catered.
Do you think the outcome of this game is different had Arctic Monkeys been the round 2 topic?
No, because I would have done better with the. I was worried that it was songs for 2007, but once it was artists, I did better than I would have with Arctic Monkeys. I think I could have done maybe stronger than Danny and Arctic Monkeys, but not gotten more than 4 or 5 songs myself.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. Like other than the round 1 kind of like. Other than like the bad round 1, I think your performance was pretty standard. We're gonna have those bad days, and I think it's just ones that we can learn upon and just improve ourselves for the next time. You guys will be heading into playoff season with 14 other competitors. That'll hopefully be starting up next week. That is our heads up challenge. Where in 2 videos we will have 16 competitors turned into 2, and they will be playing for the inaugural Jukebox Championship. Before we take off, I want to say hi to the cool kids in the chat. We had Malcolm and Zadius, I believe. Who else we have? Yeah, it's Malcolm and Zadius. They're playing along, and yeah, they were having a good time. Always good to see the activity in there. Tim, what were your thoughts on the match?
Wow, with these, I'll do more of these with you. So less work I got to do. This is great. But I mean, yeah, it was like you said, it was a really standard showing because you never know what you're going to hit with music. You always have to work around what tastes, what skill levels and everything. And like what Zach said, is a lot of people will have that certain taste they have. Like mine is more of a little bit indie rock and more the early 2000s for a lot of it, and late 90s. But It was a good performance. Danny had a strong win with 14 points. If he can keep this up and improve on that, he could be a good competitor going in for that tournament. And Zach, he just needs to work on probably a few things, and he can easily come back too, because this is a early league and an early tournament, so nobody's really out of this yet. But both good performances, solid performances, and I see these two going far. So
absolutely. So before we take off, guys, I want to say to our winner, where can the good kids of the world find you?
You can find me on Twitter at DKPKP, Instagram Danny_A22.
All right. And to our unfortunate loser, the great Gonzo himself, Zach Ford, where can the cool kids of the world find you?
You think I would come prepared for this one day, but I can never remember my screen names to anything. So you can find me at Letterboxd. You can please follow me on there at Zach Ford, or it says my Twitter on there. My Twitter is ZFord14. I don't use it, but you can try and encourage me to use it. So you can also just come hang out at my house. Come find me.
Yeah. All right. And to our co-host today, Timothy T.M. Smith, where can the cool kids, where can the Jack and the Jills of the world find you at?
Oh, I gotta talk about replacing you.
All right, cool.
No, we'll work on the name. We're still working on that name. I will still fight you regardless with that. But you can find me here on Jack of All Trivia, usually, like you said, Thursdays and Sundays, helping you out Mondays whenever you need it. But you can usually find me there, Jack of All Trivia. We're on all facets of social media, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. All the same name, Jack of All Trivia. Follow, like, comment, subscribe. Gets great quality matches like this out to you, the viewers.
All right, and last but certainly not least, I am the creative commissioner at the Black Lantern Brooklyn Vale. You can find me here on Mondays here at Technical Trivia. Be sure to subscribe here on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook, our new Instagram and Twitters. You can see the links in the doobly-doo here down below. Give us a follow. If music isn't your jam, be sure to check out movies, Inner Geekdom, television, wrestling, maybe Bloodsport if that ever comes back. Cheers, guys. Peace out and drive safe.